There we go, y'all. My bad. What's up? What's good with everybody? And as always, I like to welcome you motherfuckers to the Hood on Lock. Man, what's good with everybody, y'all? You're going to have to give me a minute while I roll my motherfucking blunt up. I just smoked one, but you know I gotta have one going during the show. So while I do that, let me go ahead and show some love to Miss Howard in the motherfucking building. I appreciate my fam there. I'm tapping in. What you got going on, Miss Howard? I know you probably at work right now. You go ahead and put the call-in number and all that shit at the thing. Damn. What's good though? We about to get turned up on this topic, my nigga, because I feel some type of way about this, what I consider to be bitch shit. Y'all know me, the hood, keep it real. I don't bite my tongue or none of that other shit. Like, this was some buster shit on both ends. You know, I call it right down the middle, my nigga. I don't sugarcoat shit. Will Smith was a buster for what he did and why he did it. And Chris Rock was a buster for show for letting him do it. And it's crazy though, because a lot of celebrities have also spoken out about this, which I'm going to tap into during the show also. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm pretty sure everybody even saw the slap already. So while I roll up this blunt, I'm going to go ahead and play some of these celebrities' reactions to what happened. And I ain't going to lie, I feel the same way a lot of these people feel. Let's tap in and see what they have to say. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you new, and welcome to the hood. Let's go.
Us. We're talking about the Oscars last night. Now, congratulations to everybody that won Oscars, but this incident right here took the shine. Chris Rock was doing a joke. He was about to give the award away for best original. What was it? Best original documentary.
Best original documentary. Which Questlove won. Salute to Questlove.
And this is what happened.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
Man, Will Smith, if you don't stop the capping, my nigga. Y'all know, man, like I said, I've always kept it real with y'all, and I kept it honest, you know, and you may not agree with everything that I say, but I'm going to speak my mind and my opinion, right? I find it funny that Will Smith is upset behind a G.I. Jane joke. Now, I just found out like 5 minutes ago it's more to that, and I'm going to speak on that in a minute. But at the time of this whole thing coming out, I thought maybe, you know, the G.I. Jane 1 movie was a flop, and so he was clowning on that. I didn't know it was more to that. And again, I'm going to speak on that in a minute. But either way it go, right? That made you so mad, you walked up at a major event and slapped this nigga in front of millions and millions of people watching and hundreds, if not thousands, attending. But yet, you didn't slap, hit, and from what we know, yell at your son's homeboy who was piping your wife down for ain't no telling how long, for ain't no telling how many times, and for all we know, it could have been in your bed, your mansion, your cars. At one point, they was out publicly with each other. Now, I'm not the one to try to throw salt on the wound, but I have merit with bringing this up. I really do have merit to bring this up because it's like, as a man, if I had to deal with any one of those two situations, or if I was going to get mad at any one of them two situations, I would have slapped a young nigga who I trusted to be in my house with my son who was banging my motherfucking wife. I'm sorry, that's a no-brainer. That I don't have to think twice about that. A nigga cracking a joke on my wife, even if it's some serious shit related to it, is a lot more less harmful and stressful than a young nigga piping my wife down as we go through our issues, my nigga. I'm sure she was putting some of that Smith bread on this boy as well. But yet, where was the fight with that? Where was the assault with that? Where was all the beef with that, my nigga? How you mad at a joke over a nigga piping your wife down? Can somebody make that shit make sense? Let's be real about the situation. Nigga, you can crack a joke on my girl all day. I'd rather that than you piping my bitch down. But let's go ahead and continue with some of these celebrities' reactions to this event, and I'm going to go in.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.
I thought that Chris Rock did a joke on Jada Pinkett, and Will Smith had a problem with it.
My first thought was, that's not real.
Oh, no, I didn't think it was real at first.
I didn't think it was real.
I didn't think it was real at first until I seen Chris kind of halfway stuttering a little bit, and then Lupita, I seen her face, and then when he started cursing, because it went online immediately. I guess the foreign version was the version where you could hear the cursing, and then I knew it was real.
What made me know it was real was the fact that they froze the broadcast.
Correct.
And then they took out all the audio.
Yes.
That's when I was like, hold up, that might have been real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I had to think about what Chris said. I'm like, what did Chris say that set him off like that? And then I thought about, the G.I. Jane thing.
Correct.
We know that Jada Pinkett Smith has battles with alopecia.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't live with these people.
Correct.
So being that we don't live with these people, we don't know what Jada is probably crying about at home.
Correct.
That might really, really upset her. Entanglement jokes, they probably can handle that all day. But this is something that really, really impacts my wife. Will knows it impacts my wife. He stepped up to defend his family. Now, with that said,
But at first, I didn't necessarily get it because when they panned to him, Will was laughing.
Yeah.
And then when they looked at her, she rolled.
Exactly.
Yeah, I saw that. Listen, I love Will Smith. I love Chris Rock. And I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. I've gone to enough therapy to know that slap he gave Chris Rock, that joke was a very, very, very small part of the reason. I don't know what the why is, but for Will to react like that, there's something way deeper going on inside of him that we don't know about. And if you've ever read his book, man, which y'all should, phenomenal book. It's sold well over 1 million copies. He talks about how he's felt like a coward his whole life.
Correct.
Because, watching his mother go through domestic violence with his father. I wonder if he felt like he's been taking so much and people have been, coming at, his family and his wife for a while now to where, he ended up bleeding on somebody who didn't cut him in the form of Chris Rock.
Or it could be the fact that,
exactly. As entertainers, sometimes
I can take it. Shoot at me. But don't shoot at my wife. Don't shoot at my kids. And when you shoot at my wife, like I said, the first reaction is to protect. I'm going to protect my wife regardless, no matter what's going on.
Yeah, and I think a lot of this stuff,
See, this is that celebrity cap shit. Nah, fuck all that. If you that defensive or you wanna protect your wife that badly, then you go slap the motherfucker that was dropping that dick off to her, nigga. That's who you get mad at, nigga. I felt like Chris Rock got what August Alsina should have got. I think all the entanglement jokes that Will Smith was receiving, him and his wife, all the social media jokes, and he was looking for an opportunity to make a public statement. That's why he jumped like he did so quick on some petty ass shit. But again, he ain't mad at the young nigga dicking down his wife. I'm gonna keep stressing that point. Let's continue though.
Like, yeah, they do talk about a lot of their business online, like the entanglement.
Feel free to tap in via Clubhouse, something like a stream or a call in there.
Yeah, but I still don't think, man. I think it's something way deeper. Something way deeper.
Right.
And my other thought about.
See, Charlamagne said he think it's something way deeper, and I agree. The thing is, Charlamagne ain't gonna say what because they trying to keep their relationships and good business with these people. And I understand that from a business standpoint. But when you do what we do, people like the viewers depend on us to be not only creditable, but be honest with what we feel or say. And so even though Charlamagne won't say it, I will. This is the result of that whole entanglement shit taking out on Chris Rock. That's what these niggas feel. You can see it, you can hear it. They're just not gonna say it.
About the situation don't even matter because I still don't think Will Smith does that to a white person.
I don't think Will at that point his blood pressure was boiling. I think he just went red. I don't know
if Will does that to somebody his size.
I don't think it mattered at that time.
I don't know. I just hope.
Oh, we have some honesty. That nigga DJ Envy said he was just waiting on a rant. He was just waiting to do it, basically. And Charlamagne said he don't think Will Smith would have did that to somebody his size. About time y'all niggas say some real shit. Damn.
To a white person.
I don't think Will at that point his blood pressure was boiling. I think he just went red. I don't know
if Will does that to somebody his size.
I don't think it mattered at that time.
I don't know.
He said, I don't know if Will Smith would do that to somebody his size, y'all. You hear me? I don't know if Will Smith would do that to somebody his size. Even they call him Will Smith a motherfucking buster. And I agree.
I just hope Will heals from whatever was in him that caused him to do that to Chris Rock. Because even though I tell y'all all the time, you know, you can't tell somebody how to react. Chris didn't deserve that.
But remember when Will was out the country and that white reporter asked him a question or did something for him?
That's self-defense. The dude tried to kiss him. That's self-defense.
But Will slapped him. I think it gets a point. I don't think Will would have had a problem slapping a white guy, Asian guy, anybody.
Yeah. But can we drop one of the clues bombs for Chris Rock, please? Because y'all gave Supreme Court Judge nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson a lot of love for showing restraint. Chris Rock showed a lot of restraint last night. He kept the show moving. He had commentary after the slap. And that's how you know Chris Rock is not a character, because he never stopped being Chris Rock. I just got slapped by Will Smith.
Hello, who's this?
This is Portia.
Hey, Portia, what's your thoughts?
So I feel like Will, you know, if he felt like that was the right response, I'm okay with it. I want a man that's going to do the same thing for me. You know, if he feels like I'm hurting or somebody has offended me, men are supposed to protect and provide. And that's what he did. He protected his wife in that moment. Whatever happens.
Man, look, that's a bunch of bullshit. I gotta stop that shit off top. That's a bunch of bullshit. Let me tell you something. Defending your woman, I totally agree with that. You feel me? Nothing wrong with that. But let's be realistic about this shit. When you go to events, award shows, comedy shows, if you are a known figure or if you're sitting in the front rows and there's a comedian hosting her on stage, there's a 90 to 95% chance you know you're going to get a joke cracked on you. This shit ain't just started with Chris Rock and them. This is bringing entertainment to the event. If this was going to be a real issue like this, then there'd be a whole lot of comedians that would have been slapped a long time ago. This is just what they do. Will Smith has been to these events, I'm sure, hundreds of times. I'm sure at some point he's probably had a joke cracked on him before. It's just what they do. Now, this was the result of that entanglement shit. His son, homie, who he trusted in his home, was dropping that dick off behind his back. That's what this was a result of. But back to the damn comments.
Happens, you know, whether charges are brought or I don't think that's necessary, or they take away the Oscar, which I also think would be stupid.
You can't say that though, because what you said, Will did what he had to do, and there's always consequences to your actions.
That is true. So
if there is consequences to that slap on that stage, that's on him.
I agree, and sometimes it's worth those consequences.
And I think that's what I think that's what I respected more than anything. Even though I hated that happened between Will Smith and Chris Rock. Mm-hmm. The fact that Will didn't care about anything in that moment, but holding it down for his family.
Wife. Absolutely.
Even though I hate that it was Chris Rock. Chris Rock, my nigga, I hate it had to be him. Mm-hmm. I think it was some sucker that it was actually Chris Rock. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that did not have to happen.
There we go. There we go. There you go, you weird ass nigga. What'd he say? He believed that was some sucker shit Will Smith did to Chris Rock. Again, I gotta agree with this weirdo ass nigga. That was some fucking. Man, let me play it back. Hear it out this weird nigga mouth. Let's go.
In that moment, but holding it down for his family.
Absolutely.
Even though I hate that it was Chris Rock. Chris Rock, my nigga, I hate it had to be him. I think it was some sucker that it was actually Chris Rock. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that did not have to happen to Chris Rock.
800-585-1051. We're asking, what are your thoughts? Call us up right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about the Oscars last night. Congratulations to all the winners. But what everybody's talking about, of course, is Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Now, if you missed it, you just woke up, you live under a rock. This is how it went down. So we're asking 800-585-1051. We're asking, what are your thoughts? Now, Charlamagne, let me ask you a question. If you were Chris Rock in that situation, right?
I wouldn't have made an alopecia joke.
Okay, but let's say you did.
I mean, by the way, let me take that back. Chris Rock did not make an alopecia joke because he did not know Jada Pinkett Smith had alopecia. But I wouldn't even have made a comment on Jada Pinkett's hair because I've seen Jada with that hair for years. Like that wasn't even a thing.
But if you did and Will Smith slapped you, do you restrain yourself as well?
Before you answer that question, again, I don't know what this alopecia shit is. Then they just said the joke was about her hair. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did we not hear him say something to the fact of, and I know he was joking, I know it was a joke, don't get it wrong, but I could have sworn I heard the nigga say something to the fact of he couldn't wait to see G.I. Jane 2 come out, and then he laughed. I didn't hear nothing about no bald head or her hair. Like, maybe y'all smoke too much weed, y'all. I honestly, if it was me, I'd have laughed it off, continued the event like everybody else was. I didn't hear nothing come out of Chris' mouth that would have warranted him getting slapped. Like I said, this is a result of all this social media entanglement talk because his wife opened up her legs to her son's friend. Back to me said that hit took away the moment for everyone. Oh yeah, fucked it up for you. I don't even watch the Oscars, so I wasn't even watching. This shit hit my phone quick, and I was on it. I did a recap live last night, and before I did the recap, I actually showed the clip of him getting slapped. If I wasn't doing the recap, I would have did the show last night. That's why I waited until today, because the recap was already planned, but I did show the clip in that. And back to me, feel free to hit the stream link if you want to come up and voice your opinion. You also can voice your opinion via Clubhouse or the call-in number. Hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. As always, welcome to the hood. And again, even though I don't rock with this nigga, salute to Charlamagne for calling out Will Smith. He tried to hold back. He tried to go around it, but eventually he came out and said what he really felt. Nigga, it was some whole shit.
Oh, man.
And I don't believe he would have did it to nobody bigger or his size.
That's a good question. And you know what's so funny? I was talking to a couple of my comedian friends last night. A lot of comedians understand when they get on that stage, there may be certain things that people in the audience don't like. Now, they still got to defend themselves if somebody runs up on that stage and tries them.
But it's Will. Chris, I'm sure I didn't think Will was going to slap him of all people.
I'm swinging.
I'm swinging.
Will smack me. I got to swing back.
I got to swing. And then when
maybe I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with
you. I don't know what I label, man. I can't even fault Chris for not swinging back. If you never even know Chris to be that kind of person, you know Will that kind of person.
Look. This ain't about no celebrity. This ain't about no money. This ain't about nothing but being a motherfucking man. Because when you first come into this world, you are either a man or a woman. In his Chris Rock case, he was born into this world a man. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing else. I don't give a fuck. Unless it's staged or a movie, you are not to be slapped by no other man. This that Power Gang shit. This that Max Booty shit. But as a man, you don't just get slapped like that, my nigga. This shit is crazy. Back to the comments.
Oscars. Chris is a
Chris is a 50-something-year-old man too.
Understands the magnitude of that moment as well. Like, would you really? I want to see them two brothers fighting on stage.
Not at all.
I don't want to see that on TV, man.
TV,
Yeah.
period.
Yeah.
Once again, I don't care that
Answer if you ask the hood, yep. I want to see the fight, and I want to see the fight for one reason. Because Will Smith slapped that nigga. Now, before Will Smith slapped that nigga, would I have wanted to see the fight? Nah. That's not even a matchup. That's size different, everything. Different type of people. Nah. But since Will Smith took his ass up there and slapped him, at that point, yeah, I want to see a fight. I don't care if Chris Rock loses. I don't care if he get a black eye, bloody nose. I don't care if he gets beat up like Max did. At the end of the day, as long as he fought for his, that nigga would have had my respect. I don't care about a job. I don't care about a Grammy. I don't care what you're doing. You have the right to defend yourself. You should have. I don't care if you would have kicked Will in the ass when he walked off the stage and ran to your security. You supposed to at least get something off, man. I don't care if you would have swung at the nigga and he ducked and missed. I still would have held some kind of respect for you. But to stand there with your hands behind your back, not even in a fighting position, for you not to be yelling, banging on this nigga, running up, slamming this nigga, and the nigga turned his back to you right after he slapped you. He slapped you and turned his back to you. And you telling me you ain't gonna do nothing about that as a man? Nah, I can't respect that.
Oscars. Because it's almost like people are saying, you got to know how to behave in front of white people.
No.
I don't care about that. I just don't want to see Will Smith and Chris Rock having altercations like that. Not those are two gods, man.
But it gets to the point where you feel like you gotta defend your woman. You gotta
So is Will now Will gonna have to do that to everybody? And by the way, there's a lot of people who've been coming at Will.
Mm-hmm.
Will just ain't been in the same room with them. So we don't know. Will might have been did something like this for all we know.
You're right. Or Will might have been ready for somebody to say something.
It feels like it. He looked like he was in a wish a nigga would moment last night. That's what I saw last night.
Yes, he was. Hello, who's this?
This Tia. I wanted to say something.
No, he was not on a wish a nigga move. The nigga was laughing at the joke. He was laughing. We clearly saw this nigga laughing first.
Go ahead, mama.
As far as Will, like, slapping Chris, like, that man's had enough. How long do he have to be humble? That man's been humble his whole life, throughout his whole career, has been just taking it on the cheek. And Charlamagne, you got punched in the back of your head before by an angry person. You already know he's still human. I don't care how responsible he is, how old he is, he's still human. And enough is enough.
Hey, girl caller is right on one point about Charlamagne. When Charlamagne got hit, that nigga ran inside the 105.9 or 105.1 office to security. He didn't swing back. That nigga ran. She right.
Now listen, there's a big difference between who I got punched. The person I got punched in the back of the head by was a dirty bum ass person. Okay, who I don't even want to speak on because I don't even.
We just did, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I don't mean it like that. But I'm saying it's a big difference between Will Smith and who punched me. All right. I take a punch by Will Smith. You know what I mean? I'm shocked Chris ain't fall. Chris better than me.
I thought about that too.
That's how you know Chris rich.
I said Will is worth what? Couple $100 million?
That's how you know Chris rich.
You hit me, I fall on the floor.
If Will would have hit me, I'd have still been down there right now. Okay? All right? Concussion. All right? Okay? You know what those are, don't you, Will? You gotta have had.
Now y'all see how fake this nigga is. That's why I said what I said earlier about him. First he was just yelling. He would have swung. He would have whipped Will Smith's ass. Sorry, he would have fought back. Now to call it and expose and brought back the fact that when you did get hit, your whole ass ran. Now he's saying, oh, Will Smith hit him. He would have still been laying on the ground right now, talking about he hurt for a check. Charlamagne ain't no different from the rest of these cornball ass brothers that we talk about. He just on a bigger scale and a bigger platform. This is what a successful polar nigga like. A successful MHB nigga like. A buster that made it.
Will speaking in African.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, big dog, man. And this is Anthony, man, from Charleston, South
The
Carolina.
843.
I just want to reiterate on that right there. You already know. You already know what time it is. 843 all day, every day.
Now you get all
but that
geeky. Go ahead.
situation- But that situation right there, man, to be honest, dude, I don't know. I Will reacted. I feel like he may have reacted irrationally, but he's human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though they're celebrities and they're supposed to carry themselves a certain way, man, you don't know how this man would have feel once he got home if he did not react to it. Well, Jada Park would have looked at him like, you couldn't defend me? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, hey, the slap, that'd been minor. If he had clothes for something, that would have been different. You feel me?
Yeah, it's still disrespectful.
I just don't like to see it, man. I don't like to see it. That's all. I don't like to see somebody of Will Smith's stature doing that to somebody of Chris Rock's stature. Chris Rock is a comedian.
Correct.
Let's always keep that in mind. He is an actual comedian.
At the end of the day, everybody got feelings. Everybody, you know, for every action is a reaction.
I'm
going to the award show not to get joked on. I'm going to hopefully try to win this award. You throw a joke at me that I think is too personal. You're disrespecting, I feel, my wife. I'm going to put some hands on you.
I think that Will was already prepared for any entanglement stuff. Right. But I think that joke about her hair took her someplace else just because it's attached to an actual, you know, medical condition. But man, Chris didn't deserve that.
800-585-1051. We'll take some more calls when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
All right, you guys. So you heard what the Breakfast Club had to say about the situation. A couple of callers. Now we're gonna tap into some other motherfuckers. You know we gotta hit the streets. And right now, this nigga got the streets on fire. Just off just who he really is, man. Nigga's funny. So let's tap in my nigga C-Mac and listen to what the hell he gotta talk about.
Chris Rock, the Crip Mac, is a great fan of you, sir. Hoping all that shit right there is staged. You understand? Some more stage type shit. And if you're a slow motherfucker, Chris Rock, I'm meaning, hopefully that was not a real slap. Will Smith really didn't slap you that hard, cuz. But 5U5, let that type shit happen on the motherfucking stage like that.
Hey, real nigga shit though.
And not even attempt to poke Will Smith in his eyes, or firearm cut his nose, or smack cack. It's Custer shit.
Real shit.
I remember the show. Everybody hates Chris. So hood. The little boy on there. Everybody hated Cuz. Cuz was a Custer. You fired me? On hood. And how Will Smith slapped you, and you did not do any type of slapping back. You didn't even try to grab Cuz. You didn't even try to poke Cuz in the eye. You didn't even try to do no Custerly, cowardly shit. You did nothing. You sat there, Cuz. Now that's motherfucking Custer shit. I love your comedy. A lot of people say I'm also a comedian. No, I'm just a gangbanger. Don't need good credit. A lot of people think I'm a comedian. No, I'm a gangbanger. That happens to have a little rap skill, talent type skills. You understand? But like I'm gonna say, cuz that was Custer shit. And Will Smith put some more power behind that slap. If that motherfucker wouldn't stay. Chris Rock. Goddamn, cuz.
Hey, C-Mac kept it 100 like everybody else that see this shit, y'all. This shit is crazy. Now we gonna go over and hop on and see what Stephen A. Smith is talking about, because he has some good valid points too, my nigga. You know, he actually gave some insight on the shit that I didn't even know, as far as the type of niggas that Chris Rock had with him. Where they was at, I don't know, but this shit was crazy.
Straight bullshit. Props and congratulations to him for winning the Oscar, because damn it, he deserved it. What Will Smith did tonight was straight bullshit. Props and congratulations to him for winning the Oscar, because damn it, he deserved it. And I love the brother and I'm proud of him, but boy, was that a shameful act for him to commit tonight. To go up on stage and slap Chris Rock like that, he's lucky he didn't get his ass kicked, particularly after the event was over. If not by Chris Rock, to the fellas he had there with him. I mean, damn. Denzel and Bradley Cooper and Tyler Perry having to calm you down, your publicist having to run out and calm you down. I mean, damn, come on, bro. Come on, man. There's no excuse for it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't even try to justify it, okay? Chris Rock said it years ago. Every time black folks doing something, you know who messes it up. I never dreamed in my wildest dreams I'd be saying that about Will Smith. A black man, Will Packer, did a phenomenal job producing the Oscars, and you do this to stain yourself, to stain the Academy Awards? Damn. What Will Smith did tonight was straight.
Well, shit, it's good to see that, you know, I ain't the only motherfucker that felt like this was some Buster shit. Like, I see my say some Custer shit. On some real shit, my nigga. Like, at the end of the day, my nigga, I don't see how this nigga is more mad at a joke than he is his son homie smashing his wife. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's where a lot of this frustration came from. I'm hoping that if not today, in the next couple of days, Will Smith and Chris Rock go live and say that they friends and that it was staged. I think some corny shit like that gonna happen. They're gonna end up, you know, somewhere together and say that it was staged and they wanted to bring some excitement to the awards or some shit like that. I really think that's what it's gonna be, because if that was a manly slap, then Will Smith need to get in the gym, nigga, because nigga, my girl could slap harder than that. And if Chris Rock is just letting niggas just slap him like that, from what Stephen A. Smith said, it sounds like Chris Rock has some real niggas with some guns with him, and even after the show letting happen, that's some Buster ass shit, y'all. But I appreciate everybody tapping in with me, though. As always, I'm Sincere Official, and I'd like to welcome you motherfuckers to the Hood on Lock. I'll see y'all motherfuckers next time. Peace.
What up? I'm rocking with Singer, and I'd like to welcome you to the Hood on Lock. King of content.